Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for the 3 simple steps to speaking with confidence workshop. I'm so incredibly grateful to have you here and to share this with you. So, firstly, just be aware sometimes tech is not my best friend yet. So, just in case, letting you know that may happen. The other thing I wanted to do is also just an acknowledgement to the country that I'm living on and standing on. I'd like to pay my respects to the traditional owners of this land, the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation. I'm so incredibly grateful to be able to share this from this space. I feel so deeply supported and pay my respects to the ancestors, past and present and future. And really, pay my respects to all of our ancestors who have come before us and who will come after us, who have got us here to this moment. So thank you. Very excited to be able to share today's workshop. We're going to jump into some really simple, easy steps that you can actually implement in your life straight away. So before we jump in, I just want you to know that this workshop is for you if perhaps you run your own business and you want more confidence to go live or to do your sales calls with love and intuition. Or maybe you want to get more of an abundance of self expression in the world, whatever that's through for you. Or even maybe, you work in an environment and you want to learn how to speak up with more confidence or be able to even feel more visible and feel safe to be heard and seen. And maybe you don't even know what you think and feel sometimes. I know I have been there in the past. And so this is to help you to feel more confident, to know your own voice, and to be able to speak up and speak your truth in your personal life and at work, and to grow yourself and fully express yourself in the world. So we're going to go jump into these things. And also, I feel like, our voice is so important in light of our self expression in the world. And it comes to play in absolutely every single arena, which is a beautiful segue to share that, I didn't always have a confident voice. In fact, I used to be debilitated with insecurity. And many years ago, we're talking like nearly 40 years ago, I chose to be a singer and to get on stages and sing. And I remember being at this first gig. It was in the city of Melbourne at this jazz club. And I'm standing backstage. My heart is just poof, poof, poof in my chest. And I'm actually sweating. I can feel the drops of sweat. And I'm so, so nervous. And I feel sick. Like I am just stuck in my head. Like, what if I don't remember the lyrics? What if I can't get my voice out? What if I stuff it up and I sing out of tune? What if I look fat and I can't, and it was so debilitating, let alone being able to attempt to speak and share with the audience in between the songs. It was just horrific. Like I couldn't talk. I could barely sing. And all I could do is just hold the microphone and just look at the guitarist and just like sometimes, look at the audience. It was horror. It was just horror. I sang out of tune. And I felt like I failed so desperately because I had this gift that I wanted to share with the world. And I'd been working so hard at learning everything and, really practicing. And when it came time to deliver, I just fell apart. And I was, it was excruciating. I felt so ashamed and I just wanted to run away. And just knowing that I had so much to share with the world was like, and I'd worked so hard. I was like, what am I going to do? And, I guess, it was then and there that I just made this full commitment to myself. I'm going to do whatever it takes to find my voice, to feel more confident, to be able to express myself in the world and to fully share my gifts. Because otherwise, what's the point, And it feels so heavy when you're not able to share your truth and your gifts in the world. So I did. I made it a commitment to get some help. And I went and I got myself some coaching and some therapy. And of course, I had a vocal coach and a singing teacher. And I just went for it. And so this is now 37 years later. And now I can fully express myself in the world. I know that I never, ever have to do it alone. And I've built this beautiful global business where I am speaking and singing and training all across the globe gratefully, and have shared my gifts with thousands of audience members and thousands of audiences. So I feel really blessed. And one of the biggest things that I love the most is helping women to find their voice so that you too can fully express yourself in the world, whatever it means for you. And so, yeah, that's me. That's why I'm here, because I feel it's so important for us to be able to share our truth authentically and feel freer. So let's jump in. So I'm going to jump in to the very first tip, the first step to being able to speak with more confidence is an understanding. So for me personally, my understanding, having been a vocal coach and a singer and a performer and a speaker now and a coach, I know this to be true, that our voice, your voice, is your emotions made audible. So it's our feelings. And so it's no wonder that we all are at some level scared to share our voice and speak our truth at times. And because we're scared of getting judged, and maybe they won't like us, and maybe we'll be ostracized forever, and it's really, really challenging. So why I'm sharing this as a first tip, that our emotions are, our voice is our emotions, is because it makes sense then that every single time you open your mouth, or we open our mouths to speak or sing, it's a vulnerability. It's an automatic, natural vulnerability. So knowing this then helps to start to understand how to mitigate and manage our nervous system. Because when we're in fight, flight, or freeze, which is our reptilian brain, which we all still operate from, it's a habit that we're learning to undo. You can't find your confident voice. You can't tap into your intuition and your knowing, which we all have. We all have a natural voice, and we all have value and amazing things to share. But when we're in that fight, flight, or freeze, the nervous system is dysregulated and we can't operate. We can't find that confident voice. So knowing that the minute we open our mouth in any scenario is a natural vulnerability helps us to go, so a little bit of the nerves is okay. Or, this is how I can manage the nerves, because I know it's normal. I'm supposed to feel a little bit of vulnerability every time I open my mouth in some way. So it kind of lets you off the hook. And one beautiful, simple exercise for breathing and helping to regulate your nervous system is a box breath. And many of you may have heard of this already, but let's go through this again now so you get an experience of it. So really, if you can just, relax your arms and feel your feet flat on the ground. And I like to place my hands on my body when I'm doing this to just kind of feel into it. So one hand on my heart and one on my belly. And we're just going to breathe in for the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, breathe out for the count of 4, and then wait for the count of 4. And then we do it again. So we're just going to go through that 3 times. So here we go, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold it, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. And just let it go. And so you can use this tool before you go on your live videos, before you get into a call with a client, before you go into an important meeting that you know you want to share some stuff, or perhaps it's personal and you want to talk to a loved one about something that's going on for you and you're feeling a little nervous or anxious. You can do that to really ground into yourself. So this is how we start to rewire those old patterns. But we do go more into that and deeper into that into our 5-day free Finding Your Voice challenge, which I will share a little bit more about later, if that's okay. So the second simple step that we're going to do is a wonderful thing that I love. And I know this from having been a singer for so long and speaker now as well for so long, is that our body, as a singer, as a speaker, as humans, our body is our instrument. Okay, your body is your instrument. So if you think of a beautiful, say, a guitar, you've got the straight neck of the guitar, and then you've got that beautiful round body. It's got a big sound hole, and every time you go to that instrument, it's reliable. It's completely aligned, and it's going to give you that same beautiful sound, the quality of sound every single time. Well, as a speaker and as a singer and as a human, our voice is actually housed in our body. So our body is our instrument. And when we were young, we had more access to it. We were freer to use it, and our limbs and everything was much more aligned. And so as time goes on, life is full on, things happen, and we also get stuck in unconscious patterns in our body and in our instrument. And so when you're wanting to communicate clearly and with power, you really want to be in an aligned instrument. And so often we're doing different things like reaching out to be heard, and that cuts off the larynx and pharynx. You want to stay aligned and upright. And also there's a whole psychology of how we hold ourselves physiologically, and there's a psychology of how we use our voice, but we do go into that deeper in the 5-day challenge. So what we want to do first thing is our body's our instrument. So if our body is our instrument, right, most of us are operating a lot of the time like a head on a stick. Like we're not even in our bodies, right? Can you relate to that? Just give me a thumbs up, right? Exactly. So most of us are doing that. And really what we need to be doing is actually, yes, yeah, I've got a thumbs up. Thanks, Kim. So what we actually need to be doing is reminding ourselves that we are in a body and that this is our instrument. And it's so smart. Our body is so intelligent. So what I want to do is go through and have you join me if you feel like it, to stand up. We're just going to go through a little very swift body warm up to just kind of notice that it can shift your state and change how you feel and warm you up ready. And we also want to warm up the voice a little bit too, because I don't know about you, but how many of you here have ever got your voice stuck in your throat by a show of hands or a thumbs up? Yeah, exactly. So this will help mitigate the nerves. It'll help manage your voice to be able to flow nice and freely. So what you want to do is just stand with your feet shoulder width apart and unlock your knees. So you've got this lovely flow, okay? And then what we're going to do, hands on the body again, just take a big deep breath in and out through the mouth, because that's where we speak. That's it. Breathing in and out. One more breath in. Let it go. Good. And then we're going to just gently flip and flop around. So let your arms just flow around your body and just let them land wherever they land, just creating a little bit of movement. And you're also bending your knees. just letting that energy flow. And you can just do that for a couple of minutes. That's it. Great. Okay, bring that to a pause. And we're going to lift the shoulders, lift it up, squeeze, 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 let go. And let your jaw go and sigh it out. Lift up, squeeze, 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 let it go. And then one more and let it go. Very good. And then just shake out your hands. Make sure your rings don't flick off your hand and fly across the room. That's happened a few times. And then shake out your shoulders, shake out your leg, one leg, and then the other one. And then give yourself a round of applause up here, because this wakes up the central nervous system. And then just notice how you feel, keeping your knees unlocked. I know I feel warmer, tingly. Yeah, just a little bit more alive. So this simple warming up your body will get you going and bring you back into the next phase, which I'll go into in a second. The other thing you want to do is let's warm up our voice a little bit just while we're here. It's so simple. So you want to not go too low, too high. Never, ever push your voice. This will help you get your voice out of your throat. And just to feel ready to actually share your beautiful goodness with the world, whether it's on a video or a call or however it is in conversation. So one of the things I really love is to start with a big yawn. So you can clasp your hands behind your back and just open up and have a big yawn. And just fake it till you get one. And we're doing this because we want to really open up the back of the throat. Once that's loose and relaxed, it's really helpful. And then we want to do what I'm calling a lip trill. So you can relax your arms and let that go. And this lip trill is really simple. It's just about relaxing this part of the body. So you can pop your hands here or not, but it's just simple. It's just... So you're gently going through your voice. And sometimes the muscles around the mouth can be really tight. And if you can't get it straight away, don't worry. You're just loosening the whole, everything's relaxed here. So you can put your hands under here and just, it's almost like you're leaning into your hand. So that's a really great way of using the voice without strain and getting it away from your throat. Because I don't know about you, but if you've ever done a lot of training, like I say a day's training, and then your voice feels really tired after the day, or maybe you've spoken a lot in a day and you feel tired in your voice, this will help you with that to warm up and warm down. So yeah, warming the voice a little bit. Now, if you can't do that straight away, and just practice, you can hum. And then what you want to do is just hum any melody. You can use Happy Birthday. We can do that together, humming right now. Here we go. That's going to be our first note. So using humming, you can do it on any melody, right? But just humming or lip trilling for a few minutes is going to really release and relax that voice. So that's simple step number 2, warm up the body, warm up the voice a little bit before your important meetings and conversations. That's going to lead us into the third simple step, which is all about presence. So I don't know about you, but I'm sure like your favorite leader, thanks, yeah, feel free to sit down now. Maybe your favorite leader or your favorite singer, if you can just bring them to mind, you know, they are super present. Or even when you're having a conversation with someone, you know, you can tell when somebody is really with you and listening and hearing you, as opposed to someone who's jumping over the top of you in a conversation or just thinking about something else. Like we all, as human beings, live transparently. So you can tell when somebody is being present or not. So all of those brilliant speakers and leaders that we follow and love, or even singers, you know, they're not thinking, oh my God, do I look fat today? Or, oh my God, have I got chin hairs? You know, like that, which we all normally, you know, that's normal for all of us to have those moments, right? But they are in the moment, they're really present. So I want to teach you a practice to get into presence. It's very, very simple. But when you get present with yourself in your body, in your instrument, and you've warmed up already, and then you know all of your stuff already, you know, you're in terms of content, but we go into that later in the 5-day challenge. You know what you're doing. So it's just allowing, it's about being able to be present in the moment and allow yourself to intuit and trust and share. So this exercise is wonderful. You can do it sitting down, or feel free if you want to stand up as well. I'm going to stand, and it is a bit of a closed eye thing, or you can just look down. That's perfect as well. Just being with yourself for this moment, and it's not very long. So I'm just going to invite you, if you feel, to close down your eyes, place your hands on your body. And we're just going to do a mindfulness moment and a grounding practice. So firstly, I'm going to invite you to wriggle your toes. Wriggle your toes and then just let that go. And what it does is it really helps you get out of your head and down into your body. So it's a really great tip that you can use in meetings, on calls, on videos. Wriggle your toes if you're feeling nervous. Get in your body. Second step, take a big, deep, beautiful breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. That's right. One more deeper breath still, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then, just using your imagination, could you imagine or just get a sense that your legs are like the beautiful trunks of a tree? That's right. And just imagine going down to your feet. Can you get a sense of the middle of the sole of your feet? And from there, just imagine or get a sense of the roots of your tree coming down, down, down into the earth, maybe 10, 20 meters or so. Maybe you can feel that it's mingling with the dirt and the rocks and the clay. Maybe you just imagine it, and however you get a sense of this is perfect, because now what this does is it allows you to feel a sense of safety and groundedness, a feeling of being supported by the earth, by your body, and just feeling completely supported in your body, in your instrument now. And then when you're ready, you can gently just notice the warmth of your hands resting on your being. And when you're ready, just take another big, deep breath in and out. And just gently fluttering your eyes back open into the room. So just really noticing how amazing it is to be present and inside your body again. Because so often, and particularly as women, I notice that we go out there, we're so used to pleasing everybody else, you know, and it's like reminding ourselves to kind of inhabit our own instrument and our own body is so powerful. So I hope that that helps and that you can use these beautiful tools. Does anyone have any questions or anything? Just raise your hand and let's go. Any questions or challenges or anything you want to ask me about for the moment? Yes, please, Jane, go ahead.
I mean, I don't really have a question, but I see I'm feeling totally different, like just the little exercises that you did just now, because I'm so used to just focusing on my computer screen and I kind of forget that I even exist. You know what I mean? So it's really nice, just like the breathing and the thinking about my toes and that I'm actually like a human with a body. I mean, I feel really different already right now.
That's amazing. Thank you. That's really great. And imagine when you do that before you go live or before you talk to a client, amazing. Yeah, totally bring you into presence. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Anybody else got anything they'd like to share? No, fantastic. Okay. So, oh, yep. Hang on. Kim, would you like to share anything?
No, well, yes, I really found that concentrating on my toes was quite bizarre. I just completely got out of my head, which, trust me, would be a really good thing to do some of the time. So, I just found that really useful, just concentrating and feeling another part of my body other than you know, all the noise. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's brilliant. And what that does is that it stops you from us from focusing so much on what am I going to say, the words,
Mm.
right? To just being. And then all of a sudden it just comes and it flows. And you do feel really different. There's a lot more calm, a lot more clarity, and a lot more confidence. So amazing. Thank you both. Thank you for sharing. And so, yeah, we've done the 3 steps. I'm just going to recap those beautiful steps. We've got the first one is understanding that your emotions your voice is your emotions. And so knowing it's that natural vulnerability is going to help with some of that wobbly business, as well as doing that simple box breathing, which will help you regulate your nervous system to go ahead and speak with confidence. The next step, of course, we had was our body is our instrument. So warming up the body, warming up the voice helps flow and remember your stuff and manage the nerves. And then, of course, presence to really be able to engage your audience. I think that's one of the biggest things is whether it's 1-on-1 or 1-on-1,000 or more, wanting to engage our audience is the most important thing, really inviting them in. So presence is key with that. And so I am going to do a Finding Your Voice 5-day free challenge, which is coming up at the end of March. And so it's going to be amazing because what we're going to do, it's going to be for people who really want to find that next level of their authentic voice from the inside out. And believe me, it makes so much more sense. It gives you so much more energy instead of carrying around all that worry of not speaking and not sharing. And it's going to be really great to help you if you need support in creating better boundaries with yourself without feeling guilty, so we can deepen our relationships in all places, work and personal particularly. And it's going to help you grow your business to create even more cash flow and ease with the conversations and support that you can give people in the world. It's real support to feel safe in being seen and being heard, plus all of the practical tools of actually the voice stuff. So, yes, if you feel that you would like to join us, just type challenge in the comments and or on the Facebook group when you're watching this. If you're watching the replay, just type challenge and we'll get you some information about the next steps, which is awesome. So the most important thing is you fully expressing yourself in the world. We all want to leave some kind of important legacy, for our communities, for our people, for our families, whatever it is for you. I want to support you. So yay, hit me up. Thank you. That's us for today. So I just want to thank you again for coming and for being live with me and on the replay from wherever you're coming from. So grateful. Hope you have a brilliant rest of your day and lots of love.
Can I say
Yes,
something,
yes,
Claire?
yes,
I
yes.
just wanted to say that I'm going live later this evening. I'm in the US, which everyone can probably tell from my accent, but it's evening here. But anyway, I'm going live later this evening, and I'm so, so glad I just did this because it's definitely going to help.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't wait to hear how awesome your live is. You have to let me know, okay?
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you, everyone. We'll see you real soon. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.